But earmuff, you stay on hard.
Welcome back to the BCSN SportsWrap. We have a special, extra special player spotlight here today. Uh, Miss Asheika Alexander, formerly of Langston University. Asheika signed a free agent contract with the Minnesota Lynx of the WNBA. You know, I'm a member of the HBCU Pro Sports Media Association. So today we're going to handle both of those. We're going to handle the HBCU portion of it and the professional portion of it with Miss Alexander. So, good morning, Miss Alexander. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm excited. I'm excited.
You're excited. Now, approximately 48 hours ago, you know, you signed a contract with the Minnesota Lynx. Tell us how this past 48 hours has been for you.
It's been crazy. Usually I'm a reserved person. Not too many people know about me. They know about me as far as basketball, but they didn't know how big I was. But in the past 48 hours, phone been going crazy. It's a lot of people recognizing me now and shouting me out. So that aspect of it has been all new to me.
All right. And you know, I've always told kids when I was coaching, you know, if you have talent, they will find you anywhere. You don't have to be Division 1, don't have to be Division 2, not Division 3, even NAIA, they will find you.
Yes.
To my knowledge, you are the only uh not only the only HBCU player, but you're the only non-Division 1 player who has either been drafted or signed a free agent contract thus far by the WNBA. What does that mean to you?
I mean, that means everything. I wish I had started off when I first came out of high school. I was one of those kids eager to go to a D1. I was eager. I just felt like that was my chance. That was my opportunity to go to the next level because ultimately that was my goal. But as circumstances changes and I found myself out of school and back in given my third chance by HBCU was meant everything. But I never stopped believing. But as far as being the only one, I mean, it's amazing. It's crazy because you would think I would get the opportunity where I was at previously out of high school, but to be in the HBCU in the
NAIA.
sorry,
I'll help you out. You're nervous there.
it's unbelievable. Like I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. Chance 1, chance 2. You want to kind of get into that portion of your story?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So straight out of high school, I signed to Marshall University. I played my freshman and about half semester of my sophomore season, doing well. Started my sophomore season. Um, some poor decisions were made on my behalf, and they let me go from that program. Um, was it exaggerated? I feel yes, but I understand that was my mistakes. I had to own up to my mistake. Then I transferred to. I was able to get a second opportunity at Grand Canyon University. Did well there. Was a practice player. Never got the chance to play actually because I ended up finding I was pregnant my second semester there. So of course I had to sit out obviously. So I made the decision to come back there that following summer, get there early, work out. But they weren't. They didn't make me feel comfortable with um, bringing my son because ultimately everybody knew if I was coming, my son was coming. That was non-negotiable. So they just they just didn't understand that aspect of it, so they released me from that program as well. But you know, I got a third chance. Thankful to Coach Palmer. He came and found me. I always had connection with Coach Palmer because he recruited me when he was at Alabama A&M, which was when I was coming out of high school. He was recruiting me, but I chose to go to Marshall, of course. So he kept in touch with me all these years, and then, you know, he gave me my third opportunity.
Coach Palmer and I, we both know each other. We both coached at Tuskegee at one point in time. Coach Palmer was on the women's side, I was on the men's side, but we never coached at Tuskegee together.
Right.
We were there doing two different times, but I met him when he was at Payne as the head coach at Payne. So, you know, Coach Palmer and I have known each other for about 15 years, and you know, he and I have talked throughout the season, throughout the run that you guys have made, and he's like, Drew, you got to talk to this young lady at some point in time. She has a tremendous story to tell. Well, little did I know this was going to be I don't want to say the excuse, but this was going to be the result of that story, with you signing a free agent contract with the Minnesota Lynx. When did you realize that had they contacted you before, or had the WNBA team contact you, say, hey, you're on our radar, or how did all that go, or was this just like a total shock to you?
No, well, you know, my head coach, Elaine Powell, you know, she's a former WNBA player, and you know, during little practices and stuff, she would mention stuff like, you know, you need to start being early, you need to set an example, you know, saying little things like that. And she always asked me like, what was my end goal? Did I want to go professional? Was that you know, a choice of mine? And I expressed my you know, considerations or whatever, but I never thought too much into it. And one day at practice, she mentioned like, if you had an opportunity, you would be scared. Like, I'm like, scared and nervous is two different things, you know. So yes, I mean, so ultimately, I heard whispers, but I never had a complete idea of how it was gonna present itself.
Wow, that's just amazing. And for all you young people out there, you never know who's watching, who's advocating for you, and you always have to be on your P's and Q's, especially in this society where everything is videoed and recorded. You never know when that one mistake or that one great moment gets caught on video, and will be your 15 seconds to claim to fame, good or bad, but it will be that claim to fame. Now, you mentioned that during your time at Grand Canyon, you happen to have a child. Kind of talk about that, the decision to, because your story is not unique. You know, athletes getting pregnant during school, but some leave them at home with mama, auntie, grandma. Some bring them with them to school. Some do some type of hybrid. Talk about what went into your decisions to actually bring your child with you, and then some of the challenges and the support that you've had in this endeavor.
Well, my support is coming from Langston University. That's my sole foundation. But when I was at Grand Canyon, my decision to have my son was a no-brainer. Um, I mean, it was hard having to sit out yet again. But you know, after I had him, and you know, seeing him and being around him, I didn't want nobody else to feel that responsibility. I wanted him to be with me 24/7, to you know, help me, push me, and because he didn't sign up to be somebody else, his child, he's mine. So that was important to me, that no matter where I went, he was coming with me, because that's my responsibility. But Langston has been more than my backbone, you know, and I think that's important as far as a parent, student, athlete, because I know that when I go to school or when I'm in practice, he's fine. So that's not something I have to worry about. And I think the foundation is very important as far as being a parent and an athlete, because without them, it'll be way harder. You know, it takes a village. So I'm just grateful to have them.
And that's great that the HBCUs, especially Langston University, has continued with that village mentality that 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 they have, and somebody who's even with it, with older children, being on the road, taking your child with you, leaving your child with family and friends. Those are tough decisions, and just on the personal side, it's one decision that ultimately led me to giving up coaching at the collegiate level at that point in time, because I had a family at home that I had to take care of, and it felt like no one else needed to have that responsibility as my kids got older.
Yes.
So that's when I went into high school ball. So now, first of all, we're talking with Asheika Alexander, formerly of Langston University, now of the Minnesota Lynx. Now, I'm going to ask you to be as honest as you can. You could be PC, or you could just be straight honest. Sooner Athletic Conference, second team.
Yeah, man, they tried me.
Please talk about that.
I felt like they tried me 2 times. First year, I was upset, but okay. Second year, no. That's not how it's supposed to happen. But my coach has been talking me through this whole little process. It's crazy. It was disappointing, but it wasn't no huge letdown because I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am as a player. I know what I've done for the program, my program, as far as the conference. Nobody's seeing me in that conference. So, for them to put me second team, it was disrespectful. But, kudos to them and the first team players.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Because the fight isn't over yet.
You will see me choose to protect my community by wearing a face cover.
And even with my face covered,
you will see me.
As a son.
As a man with a never quit attitude.
As a fighter for change.
Join me in wearing a face cover.
To help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Because this is one small act of kindness
that has the power to make a big difference.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
Once again, we're talking with Asheika Alexander, formerly of the Langston Lady Lions, now of the Minnesota Lynx of the WNBA. Asheika is a 5'10" senior forward from Gwinnett, Georgia. Now, when you talk about first team, second team, honors, you always have to figure out when somebody gets snubbed, who do you take off the first team? I don't know who we're going to take off, but I'm going to go over her qualifications. Number 1 in the Sooner Athletic Conference in scoring. Number 5 in the NAIA overall in scoring. Average 22.2 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 2.3 steals, 1 block, shot 45.5% from the field, 38.5% from the 3-point line. And I guess your Achilles heel had to be at the free throw line because you only shot 65.4%. Maybe you needed to shoot 70% from the free throw line. But the one thing I can say, you made them in the fourth quarter when it was clutch, when they counted the most. So now those are your honors. They be throwing in a couple of other things. You were second team All SAC, 3-time BCSN Player of the Week for our network, and you were runner-up in the Player of the Year for the NAIA division. And now that I'm thinking about this, not only did you not make first team, you never even got Player of the Week in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And how many other players out the Sooner Athletic Conference got drafted, signed contracts, or anything? All right, I'm getting a little messy. I'm gonna let you talk now.
I mean, you can't name one with me, but yes, hearing all these accomplishments, it's disappointing because ultimately that's what you do it for, to get recognition and be recognized for your talent and your hard work, but to be continually ignored and it just made me go harder. I mean, that's what ultimately got my team and I to the championship and to the national. So I applaud them.
Yeah. Now you also had just to throw it out there, you had a couple other teammates who received honors from us at the Black College Sports Network, and for some reason talking to you on my iPad, but I'm trying to pull up your information on the on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a second.
Talia Edwards, that's my dog.
Yes. Yeah, you had another couple of other first team and second team honors there on your team. Just talk about your teammates and your coaches in general, their college experience.
Yes, I mean, I love my teammates and my coaching staff. This is the school that I was supposed to went to early. But yeah, my teammates continue to push me in themselves. We were resilient this season because we made our own campus students and staff believers. Because early on in the season we had a rough patch, rough start. We couldn't get one at home. But every time we went on the road, we knocked them out. So just having my teammates push each other and ourselves and the coaching staff, we was a tight circle this season. So when we did make it to where we made it to, we weren't surprised. We stayed down for the come up.
Yes, and that other teammate being Talia Edwards of Langston, and I thought that was to say, but irregardless, Langston had a good season, very disappointing regular season, but you guys were able to do something with it. So now I do have to ask you this the ultimate question. You are on a free agent contract. Worst case scenario, you don't make the team and no one else picks you up. Do you see yourself going overseas to play ball for a few years, or will you just be join the professional workforce at that point in time?
I mean, it's not a hard question, but I might take my talents overseas, or I'm saying just see what opportunity present itself. So it's a win-win for me.
Yeah, and a lot of players in the WNBA actually do both. They play in the league and go overseas. Would that be an option for you if you were able to do both, go overseas and play in the WNBA?
100%. My coach even said the worst thing a professional athlete can do is get out of shape. I'm trying to stay in shape year round.
All right, great. What have they had you doing, and when does training camp begin? What's your schedule going to be like with the Lynx?
Well, as far as now, I have itinerary for Monday and Tuesday so far. So, rookie orientation. So going in, meeting people, media training.
Well, you're getting a good dose of it right here.
Yes, getting a taste of it right now.
Yes.
But the breakdown of how things should go, how things is gonna go, for the next week. But from 18th to about the 25th, we're technically quarantining. So, doing the little things right now. So camp starts on the 25th.
Okay, and how long will camp be?
Not sure, but it should be like another week.
Yeah, and don't have it in front of me, but usually WNBA seniors and usually begins around Memorial Day, if I remember correctly, give or take a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're from Gwinnett, you make the team. How forward are you looking to play in the Atlanta Dream?
Man, it's crazy. I grew up like all high school. My former AU coach is Latoya Bond. She played in the WNBA as well. She used to always take me to the Atlanta Dream games. I'm talking about, first of all, Maya Moore is that's my girl right there. I always admire someone coming to the Lynx. I was like, ah! But yeah, playing a dream would be crazy. I know my family would be excited. Former coach, everybody's gonna be excited to see me. That'll be a surreal feeling for me.
Well, I'll just say that hopefully the schedule pans out because I live in South Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
If you do play the Dream on the day when I get up there, I will be up there with media credentials to help cover your stories.
Yes, I would love
it. Any last words you want to get out of Asheika? Because I really want to thank you for your time. Just for those of y'all who don't know, we've been texting back and forth for 2 days trying to get this schedule between her schedule and my schedule because I'm actually in Nashville, Tennessee, covering the Tuskegee Lane baseball game, and of course, Asheika's been trying to get everything done for the Minnesota Lynx. So we're recording this at 8:00 in the morning Central Time. So. Yeah, but any last words, Asheika?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mom and them, whoever you want to give it. Go ahead.
Man, shout out to everybody that's helped me, impact me in my life. The negative and the positive. I just want to thank everybody. And also, I just want to let all the little girls that's planning on going to college never look away from the small schools because if your end goal is to be professional, they'll find you wherever you go.
Definitely. For those who want to follow you on social, kind of keep up with your story, you want to give that out because we all need fans right now.
Yes. So Instagram, it is at YEAA, it's ITS_Sheika with 2 A's at the end. Same as Twitter.
All right. And once again, Asheika Alexander, we thank you for your time. God bless you on your future journeys. And win, lose, or draw, we look forward to talking with you at the end of training camp. So hopefully we can give an update to your story.
Thank you.
Thank you, Asheika. And for the Black College Sports Network, this is AD Drew along with Asheika Alexander. We thank you for joining us.